Dispenser going up. Well, I guess that'll do.
Hey everyone, Uncle Dane here. The footage you'll see in the background is some pre-recorded gameplay of me using a golden pan that a very kind soul decided to let me borrow. Yes, that's right, I'm officially trustworthy enough to just go ahead and borrow a $2,000 item for a couple weeks, so special thanks to Azion for that opportunity. It was a ton of fun. I also must mention that this footage is taken from one of the many times I've played on one of my official servers. Yes, that's right, I'm officially cool enough to warrant having my own collection of servers that are open to the public. So if you're looking for a fun, fast, and friendly time in TF2, I highly suggest checking out the server list at servers.gameshock.net. These servers are kind of new at the moment, so the maps, the server-side mods, stuff like that, it's all subject to change, especially at the request of players like yourself. So if you have any suggestions on how to make the servers better, please feel free to post on the GameShock forums or in the Steam group. But before I get into anything else, I guess I should probably introduce what this video is all about. So I have accumulated 100,000 subscribers. So this is my milestone video. Right off the bat, you might be disappointed to see that I'm not dancing a silly dance to an even sillier song like I did in my last couple milestone videos. Reasons for that not happening this time around are that I don't really have a song that I wanted to dance to this time. I'm super picky. I gotta get inspired. I gotta get in the dancing mood, but this time I didn't find anything like that. So I decided to make this milestone celebration less of a joke video and more of an FAQ because, dang, you guys are always asking me a lot of questions, which is awesome. Keep them coming, but there are a few good questions that I keep seeing that are reoccurring that I don't really think warrant their own video on their own, so I hope to be addressing a few of those today. First off, let's talk about my crosshair. A lot of people ask me how I get the crosshair that I use. This crosshair is actually a combination of an in-game default crosshair and a HUD crosshair that comes with Raise HUD. So if you have Raise HUD, just go ahead and follow these instructions in order to install it exactly like how I have it. So first, to change to the cross portion of the crosshair, just go into your options from the main menu, go to the multiplayer tab, and in the crosshair drop-down menu, select crosshair 7. I personally have my crosshair set to be bright green, but you can make it whatever color works best for you. Now for the circle part of the crosshair, it's a tad more complicated because it's actually part of your HUD and you need to be able to edit the config files associated with the HUD layout. So first you're going to want to make sure you have Notepad++ installed. Notepad++, it's a free application that's basically an upgraded version of Notepad, and it allows you to read and edit a lot of the common config files that TF2 uses to run stuff. So once you have Notepad++, you're going to want to open your Raise HUD folder, which should be in the custom folder, which is in the TF folder. Just follow this line of folders if you don't already know how to get to the TF folder. So once you're in the Raise HUD folder, you're going to go into the folder called scripts, and there you're going to find a file called hudlayout.res. Right click on this file and select Edit with Notepad++. This is going to open a really long text file that looks like this. Just a bunch of crazy stuff that looks weird. Don't touch any of that because we're literally only going to be changing 2 numbers in this file. Right away, you're going to find yourself in the crosshair section, which is where you're going to want to find the subsection called Thin Circle, which is what the circle part of the crosshair is called. Specifically, it's on line 174. Underneath that, there will be a lot of words with values next to them. What we're going to do is find the word visible and change the number next to it from 0 to 1. Then right below that, we're going to change the number next to enabled from 0 to 1. And that's all we need to change. So right away, make sure you save it by hitting the floppy disk at the top or go to File, Save, and then you can close Notepad++. So there you have it. Your crosshair should now have a circle around it. That's the basic way to add a HUD crosshair. But if you want to change the positioning of it on your screen, you can also do that in the HUD layout.res file, but that's completely up to you and your specific preferences. All right, so now that we got that out of the way, let's talk a little bit more about
Paul, check this out.
So I have some other websites other than YouTube where I publish things. Nothing as cool as videos or anything, but I thought that I'd take the time to plug them directly at you guys. I use Twitter quite a lot. I guess I'd post stuff on there at least once per day, whether it be about TF2, my personal life, or an extremely funny joke that I totally have to share with the world. If you have a Twitter account, just go ahead and follow me there. It's twitter.com/DaneKevinCook. I also have an Instagram account, so if you'd like to see pictures of things that are within picture-taking distance of my body sometimes, that's also a website that I would recommend. Just visit instagram.com/DaneKevinCook. I also have recently started streaming on Twitch more often. In the past, I was only able to stream games that I didn't completely destroy my CPU with, and TF2 is not one of those games, so I never really advertise it as much on my YouTube channel, since I'm guessing you guys would rather watch me play TF2 more than anything else. But very recently, like this weekend, I completely upgraded all of the crappy parts on my PC, basically got an entirely new tower, and now this thing can stream TF2 at max everything quite easily. So, in fact, I'm not really sure if you can notice it, but this video is actually being recorded in 1080p at 60 frames per second, which is a bit of an upgrade from all of the videos before this one. So, I know that a few people have complained about my lack of frames, so hopefully this new setup will make my videos look a tad cleaner. So anyway, check out my Twitch channel. I'm going to be guaranteeing a stream at least like 3 times a week. My Highlander scrims and matches every weekend around 5 or 6 p.m. West Coast time. So go ahead and follow me on there. I might be trying out the YouTube gaming thing pretty soon too. I just need to figure out how to do it and if it would be worth focusing on over getting a Twitch partnership, because apparently you're not allowed to do both. And the last thing to check out, if you haven't already, is my Steam group. If you want updates via Steam for when I go live on Twitch, when I upload a new video, when I'm playing on my official servers, when I'm holding raffles for free stuff, my Steam group is the perfect way to get notified of everything Uncle related. It's called Uncle Dane's Nieces and Nephews, but it can also be found at steamcommunity.com/groups/Uncle Dane. So before I end this video, I want to address the 100,000 subscribers thing, because it's kind of a big deal. When I got to around 10,000 subscribers, I vividly remember making a promise to myself that I would try to get to 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. To me, getting 100,000 subscribers was like the dream. It's the number that I've always associated with what people would call making it on YouTube. So it seemed like an almost unobtainable goal, since it's pretty rare for channels to grow that quickly, let alone channels that specialize in only one class from a relatively unpopular game as far as YouTube goes. So I uploaded my first TF2 video to this channel on October 4th, 2014, which is actually a little less than 1 year before the moment that I achieved my personal goal of 100,000 subs, which is amazing. Because not only did I get to 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year, I got there in less than a year. I honestly still think the reality of the situation has yet to fully hit me, because I almost feel numb to the emotions when I think about it. But I do know that I really wouldn't have been able to do it without you. Yes, you, the nameless, faceless viewer watching this video right now, you're the reason I'm where I am today, and so I am so very humbled that the number 100,000 is not just a number, not just a little number sitting up there in the corner, but it's the amount of people who like my videos enough to want to see more of them, and that is insane. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be making more of them. Hopefully you stick around to see what happens past this point, because honestly, I could stay at 100,000 subscribers for the rest of my life, and I'd be quite happy with that. I don't have any more milestone goals. I really do think that this is what I'm happy doing, and I will keep doing it for as long as I possibly can. So thank you guys so very much for watching my videos. The crazy thing about getting this far in under a year is there's only one way to go except for up, especially since my computer can now handle recording at a decent frames per second. So not only will the videos get better, the video quality is going to be getting a lot better as well. So thanks again, everyone, and I will talk to you nieces and nephews next time. Bye-bye.